After 9 years on the market, Mazda's bestseller SUV is about to get completely redesigned. The new CX-5 will be an evolution over the current one in every possible way, that being comfort, frugality, reliability, and quality, all of which were already the CX-5's strong suits over its rivals. This will bring the CX-5 into the 2020s and allow it to elevate itself above its rivals, ensuring it the title of the best compact SUV in the segment. So, let's not waste any more time and take a deep dive into the all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 and how it blows away its competition. New but familiar design. Mazda values tradition and evolution instead of revolution, and this philosophy will be present with the CX-5 too. The upcoming generation of the venerable SUV will borrow many of its styling cues from the now outgoing model, while also borrowing quite a bit of stuff from the CX-50 and CX-70 models. As a result, the CX-5 will gain a new, larger grille, accompanied by a set of new, sleeker headlights that resemble those on the CX-50. However, the plastic cladding found on the CX-50 will not transition to the CX-5, allowing it to retain its more traditional and much more elegant idea of exterior styling. The side profile will be mostly similar to the current model, with the only real difference being the rear roofline, which will now be more conventional and a bit more squared off. Sure, it will take away from the overall sleekness, however, it will improve interior space drastically, but more on that later. Finally, the rear design will be a drastic change compared to the current generation, and the CX-50 bearing a striking resemblance to the CX-70 and CX-90 with long horizontal taillights, sharper lines, and a taller license plate position that will allow the CX-5 to look both bigger and bolder. All in all, in terms of styling, the CX-5 will be a true looker and will by far be the best looking Mazda on sale. An expanded choice of powertrains. For those of you that are worried about the future of Mazda's 2.5-liter four-cylinder siblings, don't worry, they'll remain the staple of the CX-5 range. However, you can expect an addition of an all-new hybrid to the lineup. This hybrid will use the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine, and when combined, it will produce somewhere between 220 HP and 230 HP, making it peppy enough for most drivers. Now, we know what you're thinking. Isn't this the same hybrid powertrain that debuted in the CX-50 and which has been shared between various Toyota models? Well, no. This new engine will use the 2.5 Skyactiv G engine as its basis, which has been done to both allow Mazda achieve autonomy from Toyota in this segment, while also reducing fuel consumption. Mazda's Skyactiv engines are unbelievably frugal, even more so than Toyota's, and this will allow the CX-5 to achieve fantastic MPG figures that either rival or exceed the RAV4 and the CX-50. Plus, because Mazda will be using its own powertrain, you can expect them to use their own transmissions too. The 6-speed automatic gearbox, to be precise, which will drastically expand the CX-5's use outside of town, which has been both the CX-50 and the RAV4's Achilles heel due to their CVT gearbox. As a result, the CX-5 hybrid will appeal to a much wider audience than the majority of its hybrid rivals. But if you're not sold on hybrids due to the price or mediocre performance, you'll still be able to go for a cheaper, non-hybrid version, which will be offered with either a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine or a 2.5 turbo, both of which will retain their 187 HP and 250 HP power output. Pricing and trim levels. Despite all of these changes, the CX-5 will remain a relatively attainable vehicle, remaining less expensive than the CX-50. In fact, the trim lineup will remain the same as the outgoing model, and the pricing will range from $31,000 to $38,000 for the non-turbo model, and from $39,000 to $43,000 for the turbo. The base model CX-5S will start from around $30,000.